Hey coach, so I just finished practice and it went pretty good. I did discus and I was working on what was I working on? Let me see. Sorry, I got my thing here. I was working on the stretch of the discus, the right arm connection, and then I was working on the right leg. So the first two videos, you'll see a lot of front and side videos going back and forth. But the first two videos, I'm working on just the right leg and making sure it's going flex out and around, or like the foot faces the camera as it's going out and around. And I thought that went pretty good. Those were pretty good drills. You'll see me go slow, and then you'll start seeing me pick up the pace a little bit, and where I try to do it as if then you'll see me try to do the regular movement. The third and fourth video, you'll see me just working on the discus, making sure it's up and it's going out and around. You'll see that, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but you'll see me try to get the feeling of it in the first part. You'll see this in the front and second. You'll see this in the front and side view. You'll see me try to get the feeling of it, and then the first 3 times, I think in the third video, you'll see me probably around the middle where I start doing it, but I start pushing the discus forward like we did last practice, where I try to push it out and around. You'll see me do that 3 times in the third and fourth video, and then after that, you'll see me just kind of leave it alone, but really just keeping it back. And I really liked that drill. I thought it worked a lot. And especially, you can just really tell in the front videos that the discus is back. Now the right leg, I think I still need to work on it a little bit when it goes out and around, because it looks good, but then I'll see the side video and I just don't know for sure. But the discus would look really nice. And the fifth, basically the rest of the videos, you'll see me throwing. So the fifth and sixth one, I'm just throwing, working on the technique. And I thought it was going really good. Well, the fifth video, it wasn't until my very last throw where I actually felt the connection. I felt the stretch of the discus, and I felt my hip go first and all that. And the last throw, I was thinking about the hip going first. Like after I had the discus up, I didn't worry about it. And like I felt the stretch, I didn't worry about it and thought about the hip starting first. I think you'll see me do a tiny bit of that drill during the throwing video, or it's probably during the throwing video. But it felt really good because I was just wondering, even though the discus is up and back, I would lose the connection, or I would lose the feeling of the connection, and sometimes I would feel it in the end, or sometimes I don't feel it at all, but I'll look at the video and it is back. So it's just weird. It probably involves my right leg or just something, because when I thought about my hip going first, that's when I actually felt it. And you'll see in the side video, sorry, not side, I do 3 more, well, yes, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the 6th video, you will see me in the front again, but really I'm just doing 3 more to keep that feeling, since the last throw I had on the 5th video, I got the feeling down, so I tried to replicate that in the 6th video. Then you'll see me do a side video of trying to think of the same pattern, which went pretty well. The side video, I think the discus still tends to try to catch up. I don't know why. Because it goes up, it goes around like it's supposed to. There are times where it looks like it goes down and then around. But it's just, I don't know, it's weird. And it makes me think of what we did during the snow practice when there was snow everywhere and stuff to get that. And then the very last video, I believe this is the 7th one, you will see me try to treat it as an actual meat. This time, all I'm thinking about is trying to use power and just the discus stretch, making sure it's up. And I thought that went well. The first throw was like a good warm-up throw. The second throw felt better, but I think I just threw it off. Something felt off when I did it, but it felt better. It felt good, but then I released it and I think I funked up my release. Then the third throw, best throw, usually the third ones are the ones that I just, last one, best one. And that one was really nice. It felt good. It came out of my hand pretty good. It was a nice throw. And it looked like it landed at 150. I had my cones out there. And it looked like it landed right at 150 or a little bit in front of it. It was so far away, and I didn't, even with the cones, it was still a little hard for me to tell. Because the discus landed like, you could be like, the cones would be here and the discus landed like way over there, but still in. Oh no, my battery's low. Okay. It's still video, so I can make this quick. But yeah, the throws are pretty good. I think that the technique is getting better. I would say that all my throws are pretty short. And I think it's just because I still need to get the connection with the discus and the right leg. But all my throws, just without, where I'm not even really thinking about using power and just the hip coming first, they would be pretty short. They would be around, sometimes around the high 30s or a little lower than that. And then but that last throw was really nice. It hit, I believe it hit 150. I chose it. I chose the discuses. I have 3 discuses that I chosen, by the way. Didn't want to forget that. I'm trying not to rush. I'm hoping that the video doesn't cut out because of my battery. But then I went to shot put. Shot put also was pretty good. You'll see me do the footwork in the beginning. It feels really good. And then I try to throw, and I would have it, and then it would feel like I would lose the connection and then have it again. It was kind of like the same thing with discus. I would have the connection, I would lose it when I'm about to sprint, and then I would have it again in the end. Or in discus, I just wouldn't have it sometimes. And I would try to keep my shot put that back. I would think about keeping that back. I would think about the pause. It was towards the last video where it started feeling better, where I kind of just got a little more aggressive with it. The last 3 videos, I also try to reverse. Oh crap, I forgot to look at how the reverse looked. I looked at the video, but I forgot how to look at the reverse. But it felt good. The last one, first throw was like a warm-up. It was okay. Second throw felt good, but the release was off, way off. I think I released it way too low. It came off my hand wrong. Third throw felt good, but I wanted to get another throw in because I didn't like the second one. So I did it again, and they all felt pretty good. It, like, almost all my throws, it felt like I was using my hip. But even like with the reverse, my throws weren't going very far. Well, without the reverse, my throws weren't going very far. They weren't even getting close to, I think, 37. They were probably like around 36 or 35. And then my last throw looked like it was possibly 37, but it really wasn't close. So, I don't know. I don't know why the throws aren't very far. Maybe it's not the effort or something. The technique would be better. I would say for shot put, the right leg, I think I would come up too early in shot put. It would feel good, but I think once I turn, there's just something. There's something not clicking in discus and shot put. And I don't know what it is. But other than that, pretty okay practice. Far as the feeling is concerned, the technique felt right during the footwork and stuff. And then the throwing was just okay. Really. So, man, because of the battery, I can barely even see myself. But yesterday, I took a Psy thing that you and my mom were talking about. She set it up immediately. And it was pretty cool. It was very cool of all the different things that they can do to help with injury, recovery, and all of that stuff. It was just really amazing. What they did was they did a red, they call it red light, and it's hard to explain, but basically it doesn't hurt at all. But it's like a laser goes through. They try to find wherever the pain is. You just tell them where it is, and they try to find it with this machine that makes a loud sound if they found it. And apparently we found out that I have a deep bone bruise, because usually when it's at the surface, it would do a loud sound right away, but where I told her the pain was, we would hear a sound, but it was more of like medium, and it wasn't until she pressed a little harder where she started getting that loud beeping sound, which was interesting. So now we know I have a deep bone bruise, and that's why I don't feel it when I walk or anything, but I feel it when I do like a low squat or I accidentally extend it all the way. So that was interesting. But because of that, yesterday I was actually able to do a low squat. I was able to do an Olympic squat. It hurt once I hit the bottom, but it was way better than when I tried to do it last time. I didn't have any weight. I just wanted to see if I could do it. But it hurt when I was when I would like squat into a sitting squat, but then try to squat lower, and that's when it started hurting. This one, it actually didn't hurt until I got into a full Olympic squat. So that was pretty cool. I also, right after the red light thing, I got into the ice freezer. I call it the freezer. It's called a Psy something machine or thing. I call it a freezer. But basically went in there, and wow, it is nice, but it is worse than an ice bath. Because an ice bath, it's already cold and you just get in and you end up getting numb. This, it's cold, and then it gets even more cold as the time passes by. And I was like shivering, teeth chattering. But it was good. It was good. I liked it. My fingers, sadly, were like burning. That's just, even though I had gloves on, my fingers were still burning. So sometimes they say some people put 2 gloves on. So I think next time I do it, I'll have 2 gloves. But I thought it was really cool, and it was funny because she was just like, man, you were just standing in there. I was just like, she told me she thought I was taking it like a champ. Those people are so nice. They're so sweet. And I'm just like, I didn't know I could move. So apparently when they go in, they would dance, move around, trying to keep themselves warm while we do it. We're in there for like 3 minutes. So outside I was like 85 temperatures. Then I went in for 3 minutes, came out, and my body was like 55 degrees. So it was really cool. It was a really cool place, and I liked it, and I'll be going there next Wednesday at 7 to get the treatment again. But yeah, anyways, that was my practice. That was my experience with the freezer and all that. But yeah, just tell me what you think, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.